Hey, welcome everyone. Welcome to Buke's World at YouTube channel Buke Duke. That's BUKIEDUKE. All right. Today's topic is this is actually Buke's World discussions, and we're gonna have a quick discussion with super realtor right here, Mrs. Walker. All right. Guess you can come along, ride along with us. I actually had the pleasure of riding along with her today to see what it is that she actually does. I want to say that I'm sorry I did, because seems like I might have to be the tag along or the bodyguard or the driver, the secretary, everything else that she's been coming up with, you know. But anyway, let's get to this discussion here. I just really wanted to know a little bit more about the realty world, the life of being a realtor, you know, the pros and cons, the likes, the dislikes, and everything that comes along with it. So of course I'm going to ask Mrs. Walker a few questions. Like, first thing I wanted to know was what prompted you to become a realtor?
What prompted me? Just curiosity, really. It wasn't really much of a financial investment. So I said, let me just take the course and see what it's about. Then looking forward to retirement, looking at some other sources of income, but primarily just to kind of be in the realm of real estate without actually having to be a landlord, because I don't have an interest in being a landlord, but I do like being in the midst of seeing properties and helping people achieve their goal of becoming a home buyer, a homeowner.
Okay, so pretty much you just had a lot of time on your hands. Time you didn't know what to do with, so.
I could have found a couple of things, but it does take up some time.
Yeah, as I see, it is kind of time consuming. We've been out all day. Today I rode along with you. You had to do 4 showings, four homes, and it's actually put a lot of miles in. You know, do you find it to be overly expensive?
It can be expensive, but you kind of pace yourself, try to make the best of each day. Like today was 4 showings. Typically, I probably wouldn't want to do 4, maybe 3 would be the max, just so that you don't overwhelm the client with too many options. Because sometimes too many options are as bad as not enough options. You don't want to overwhelm them, because sometimes the information starts to run together and it just gets a little confusing after 2 or 3 homes. But we did 4 today, and it worked out pretty okay. She was able to find some strong possibilities, so hopefully we'll be moving forward soon.
Okay. I guess realty and being a realtor is just like every other business. There's some pros, some cons, some likes, some dislikes. Let me ask you, let's start with the pros. What are the pros? What are the likes? What do you like about the business?
One of the greatest likes is getting to meet people, different types of people. You know, developing, I wouldn't say friendships, but relationships to some degree with people who you may not have ordinarily got an opportunity to meet or to work with. So that's always fun. And you get kind of intimate with the people, because you find out exactly what they want, exactly what they don't want, absolute deal breakers, and you're kind of working to help them piece together something, so they kind of bring what their wish list is.
Okay. Hey, we're back.
They bring that. I think it stopped. I know it didn't stop.
No, we're gone.
You know, they bring their wish list. You bring your expertise, and then together, you know, the plan works.
Okay. And what would be some of your dislikes? I mean, of course, speaking with other realtors, and you know,
some of my dislikes would probably be waiting for other people to make a decision. Like, I'm very time sensitive and goal oriented, so waiting for other realtors to get back with information, or just things that I can't control, are probably one of my greatest dislikes.
Well, does that only sit with other realtors, or does that actually sit with some of the clients also?
I think it's probably more so from the side of the realtors, because you expect them to be more professional and respectful of others' time, to get back to them with answers, whether it be a good answer or a bad answer. Clients, you kind of expect clients to be unpredictable and, you know, a little indecisive because it's a big commitment. So, you know, for them to go back and forth with their thoughts and feelings is kind of typical. But the professional should be a little bit more in line with working in a more time, you know, cost-effective and time-efficient manner.
Well, hopefully you don't come across this often within your profession. I would like to think that it's 1 out of 100 that are not professional. You know.
Depending on the area, I won't blow any areas up, but some areas the realtors tend to be a little more professional than others. But you just work accordingly.
Okay. All right. What would be some of the guidelines or some of the things you would put on a checklist for your clients to come prepared with, or, you know, approach you with when first meeting them or starting to engage in a relationship?
A pre-approval and a general idea of what they're looking for, and an open mind as well, because you may see a property that, you know, may not be move-in ready or have everything that you want, but a little bit of a vision can get it there. So just, you know, a little willingness to see outside the box and to just be receptive is always helpful.
So when you go to see properties, or you take a client to see properties, do you normally put your 2 cents in, or make a suggestion, or make comments or opinions, or do you pretty much stay in the realm of the customer has to like it or love it on their own? You know, do you see where I'm going with the question?
It depends on what it is. If a client is looking for, I would love this house if it had hardwood floors. Hardwood floors is an easy fix. So to present the option of, well, these floors can be redone at a low cost, or, you know, at a minimal cost, like that's the type of suggestions I would feel comfortable giving. It just depends on what it is, more or less. Okay,
so pretty much if you saw a house that was really a piece of work that needed a lot of work done to it, and you knew that it wasn't a good buy, but your client was dead set on, I love it, I love it, I love it, I want it, where do you go at that point?
We're going to work that house, because it's not about me, it's about what they want. Okay. I would make sure that there's enough safeguards in place. You know, get your inspection, make sure that you know what the issues are before you jump in. But if they want it, we're getting it.
Okay. All right. And that's with you giving your profession, or just your opinion to make them aware of. Just making sure that they do enough to protect themselves moving forward. Okay. All right. I get that. All right. So what would be some of your likes, or did we go there? We did likes. So what are your dislikes? And what would be some of the cons of being in the realtor?
We did the dislikes. We did about people not being respectful of time.
You're right. You know what? I was actually more focusing on the cons, like the things that you should be looking out for as a realtor or a new realtor coming in. Because again, most times a profession is heightened and highlighted as the best profession to get in, but no one tells the downsides or the things that can happen, or what, you know, the possibilities. You know, right now we're speaking to the audience. They might want to know. There might be some people out there that actually will want to get into this business. Is there anything that, you know, could be an unforeseen downfall to this business?
Be safe and trust your gut.
Safe and trust your gut.
As with most situations, if something, you know, rubs you wrong, you get the knot in your stomach, you should typically try to go with it. A lot of times you meet people, or you deal with people, your first couple of interactions either over the telephone or, you know, through email before you actually meet face to face. So you should always make sure that, you know, if it doesn't feel right, chances are it's not right. So you want to do as much as possible to keep yourself in a safe space. If you can, you know, go with someone, partner with somebody, take someone along. Even if it's not a realtor, you know, have your husband ride along. someone, sit in the car, just so that whoever it is, when they come up, they know, this person is not alone. And if someone has any ill intent, they're not going to stay around long anyway, because their plan is going to be foiled just by the presence of another person, hopefully.
Okay.
But, trust your gut.
Next, what I want to know is, how much time do you spend on the road?
Most of your time is spent most of your time will be spent doing research. It really depends. You can do, like today we did 4 showings. So in all, between the 4 showings, traveling to the different locations and spending time there, we did about a good 4 hours, 3 hours.
Is that it? It seemed like forever, but I guess
it can be a full day. It can be you kind of want to maximize, especially if you're working with, a client, you want to maximize the time that you spend with them. You don't want to run and see 20 different houses where you can do 4 in a day or 3 in a day, which is, probably a little safer 3. Because you have clients that will send you 25 houses that they love and must have. But, you kind of put some of the homework back on them. Do a drive-by at all times of the night. By the time you send them to those areas, different times of the night, let them do some research in terms of, the school district or whatever matters to them. Chances are that list of 20 is going to get shaved down to a good 5 or 6, and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay. So, I'm a little swayed to lean toward that business also. Me, I'm more interested in the home flip, rehab, sometimes even landlord thing. You can look at it as if we had more time outside of our normal everyday lives and work schedules. We could actually be like one of them teams that you see on TV, on one of them do-it-yourself channels, the husband and wife rehab team. But up until then, we're going to keep pushing along and out. Is there anything else that you want to throw out there?
Nothing I can think of offhand.
All right. Well, with that being said, we want to thank you again for tuning in to Buke's World Discussions. This happens to be the first episode for Buke's World Discussions. Topics will vary going forward. Ooh, temperature dropped 37 degrees. And of course, I don't sway it over to the other side. But yeah, again, the topics will vary from here to there. Just tune in. For all you people that did find this video a little entertaining or very much helpful, please hit that like button. Hit like. If you know someone that this may help or somebody that might be interested in this, share it, of course. Always drop comments, please. We're not going to go back and forth with BS. If it's a constructive criticism, hey, we can deal with that. If it's, questions you want to know, we can possibly try to get them answered for you, or we will try to get them answered for you. All right, but all the BS, save it. We're not going back and forth with that. And of course, the biggest button to hit is the subscribe button, please. You'll see a little circle up in the corner. You can tap on that. That's a subscribe button, or you can tap under, for information. If you're actually looking for a property or looking to sell a property, drop us a line and we'll do our best to get back to you. Actually, we will get back to you. What areas are we looking at right now? The New York area?
Yes, New York. Anywhere in New York, actually, or any other states, because we have quite a huge network of other realtors that we work with in other areas that we can do a referral to. So wherever you are, we are.
Ooh, I like that. Wherever you are, we are. I'm going to write that. I'm going to write that down there in the caption somewhere. Wherever you are, we are. And you see we're in the car, so hey, we're on our way to you right now. All right, again, we want to say thank you again for tuning in to Buke's World Discussions. All right, again, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's big. It's a big thing. And you'll see a whole bunch of videos on this channel. I'm all over the place with it, with my DIYs, do-it-yourself videos, just random videos. Doesn't matter. We're all over the place. Again, thanks again.